you're doing well. Just want to talk to you real quick about capoing your guitar. Have you ever, I'm sure, I don't even want to ask the question, I'm sure you've come across a situation where you capoed your guitar and it just went out of tune. I have, everybody has, everybody complains about it. I'm going to show you a way where you can prevent that most of the time. So let's just go over the different types of capos real quick. I have all these capos I want to show you. First of all, the first one I want to show you is this one. It's really common. You see these kind of everywhere. They used to be the cheapest option. They used to be like 10 bucks. Now they're like 25 bucks. Prices rising everywhere. I know it's a pain, but these are pretty great. What I love about these is, well, they used to be the cheapest option, but you can change them really, really quickly. Kind of everywhere. Really easy, quick change. And you can store them on your headstock. Really love these. And, you know, people say don't store these on your headstock. It's fine. This lived on one of my other acoustic guitars headstock for years and never did any damage. So you're fine to store these on your headstock. One thing I don't like about these is you can't control the tension. So if you noticed here, I'm pretty much perfectly in tune. As soon as I capo up here, the bass note is a little pitchy. It's a little high. There's nothing really I can do about that. The best thing you can do with these capos is you really want to make sure that the height, you're clearing all the strings before you press down. So you want to be right in the middle and then press down gently and slowly. That's how you're going to get the best result. And you want to be close to the fret, like even a little bit closer like that. I like to be really close to the fret. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I see a lot of people like just cram them in and then the strings bend with the capo and then you get really out of tune guitar. So that's one way you can kind of mitigate getting your guitar out of tune with this capo. The other capo is this one. This is Elliott capo. These are made in the US. They're super expensive. I don't recommend these for most people just because they're super expensive. I think they're great. I support Made in the USA. But it's, it's one of those things where with rising prices everywhere, it's hard to justify spending so much money on a capo. I bought this years and years ago. I think they were a little bit cheaper back then, but they're really beautiful. What I like about these is you can adjust the tension with a little screw here. So you want to, again, put it really close to the fret and adjust the tension. So you're hearing some buzzing, so a little bit more tension. Basically until you don't hear any more buzzing. That's all the tension you need. You don't need any more. That's perfectly in tune. I mean, in terms of like a capo that keeps your guitar in tune and you don't have to worry, this is really one of the best options. But there's a cheaper option that's just like this. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, it's really great. And another thing that I really like about this capo is when you're done, you can store it right here behind your strings. And it doesn't affect the tuning at all. I'm going to be a little bit more behind the strings. And it stays there. This thing just lives on this guitar. When I need it, I just unloosen it and then just add the tension, and it's right there. Pretty great. So Elliott capos, they're fantastic. I mean, if you want to splurge and you're like, yes, this thing is for me, I love it, I mean, you can't go wrong. And this is going to last you a lifetime. The other cheaper option is this Page capo. Oh, Page, I don't know. Yeah, so I think this was like 20 bucks. Same thing, does the exact same thing. So instead of like $100 for the Elliott capo, you have this Page capo. It also has a little spinner there. You can adjust the tension. Perfectly in tune. It's great. So again, when you're adjusting the tension, you want to adjust it in such a way where I hear a little buzzing until the buzzing goes away. Yeah. And then you'll never have an out of tune guitar with the capo ever again. You just got to take the extra couple seconds to just pay attention to the tension. So that's the Page capo. Really fantastic option. The last option I have is the Shub capo. You probably heard of these. You've probably seen these. These have been around for a long time. I've had this for like a long time, since I started guitar 30 years ago. And this is still my first capo, and it's still going strong. So this one operates in a similar way as to the Page and the Elliott capo, where you can adjust the tension with a little screw on the bottom, right? So what you want to be careful with these when you're putting this on the string, you want to hold it with your right hand so that you have it, so that your main thing, again, with all capos, that you want to make sure that the capo doesn't bend the strings when you're putting it on. So a lot of times when you're putting it on, see that you can bend the strings like this, and it doesn't, and your guitars are totally out of tune, even bending it a little bit. So you want to basically put it on just like this, hold it with your right hand, or if you're left hand, hold it with your left hand, and then you want to bring this and bring it up. But you want to make sure, I feel like this is a little bit too much tension, so I want to release the tension with this spring. You want to really pay attention. You can, after a while, you can kind of feel it. You know, and if it has too much tension, like I'm going to really... This is really a lot of tension. It's way too much. Still not bad. On some guitars, some guitars will react differently. Yeah, it's a little bit more out of tune. So you want to make sure, again, that buzzing goes away. As soon as the buzzing goes away, and you're all good. The other issue is your guitar. So this is an old guitar, a little bit out of tune, but just to show you, the intonation is not great all the way up the neck. So if you have a guitar, it's not set up properly, or you know, the fretwork isn't good, you're gonna capo. You can have the best capo ever, and it's still gonna be out of tune. You know, if I'm tuning it up perfectly, that's another thing. You really should get a good tuner and tune your guitar. Just pay attention to tuning your guitar as perfectly as possible. And that's pretty good. But you'll notice, again, I'm going to capo like way up here. That D is out of tune. It's just because the intonation of the guitar. This bridge isn't really the best compensated bridge. Actually, it's not really compensated. So compensated means your bridge has automatic adjustment for the intonation. So each string has its own specific distance from the bridge to the nut. So, and it's very slight. It's like half a millimeter, a millimeter here and there. So, yeah. But basically, to avoid, with most guitars, just paying attention to the tension of your capo will help you with really getting your guitar to stay in tune. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and we'd love to know your thoughts. Drop a comment below if you have a favorite capo or a capoing technique. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.